Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about string and character, and I will introduce how to use string and character by Swift programming language. We're still operating this practice on the playground on Swift program, the Xcode platform. So first I would like to talk about multi-line string literals. So it's kind of like you can use a sequence of characters surrounded by 3 double quotes. For example, if you want that a quotation is equal to a multi-line string literals, we use 3 double quotes. For example, you can first like hello world, hello everyone, and it's also ended by 3 double quotes. Don't forget about that. And when you print it out, okay. So as you can see from the output window, it is print exactly what you want, including the format. But if you don't need the break line, you can just simply add a dash back. And in this time, the two string with the break line will be formatted by a single line. And if you type any kinds of white space before the hello world, it will also print it out exactly what you want. So this is called the multi-line string literals. And secondly, I would like to talk about characters. So as we know, strings are formatted by single characters, and you can also define single characters. For example, if you let C is a type of character, and is equal to C character. And when you print it out, as you can see, in the output window, hold on. Yeah, you can see from the output window, it's a single character. And you can also use a for-in loop to access the individual character. So for example, you use for character in dog string. Not C character, just a character. Okay. So as you can see from the output window, it's just simply dog, each single character of the dog string. So next, I would like to talk about the concatenating string and characters. So as we previously said, you can just use addition operator to add 2 strings together. For example, if you let love equal to love string, let u equal to u string, and you can just let love u equal to love plus u by using an addition operator. But how about if you want to use if you want to add a single character to a string? So in this case, you cannot just simply by using a addition operator. You have to use another function which is called append. So for example, if we var dog is a type of string and equal to dog, and we let C character is a type of character equal to C, and we can just use dog.append, okay, the C character, right? And when you print dog, okay, you will see in this case it will just dog C. Okay, this is the way how you add a string to a single character. So next, I would like to talk about string interpolation. So what is string interpolation? It's just the, in a simple words, it's just that you can add. As we can see, you can just print a value or something, but you cannot print a value inside a string. But how could I print a value, for example, like a constant inside a string? We use a string interpolation. So for example, if we let multiple equal to 3, okay, in this case, we don't define the specific type of multiple because the Swift programming language automatically infers the multiple is a constant which is equal to 3. And we let the message, which is equal to, so multiple, we use string interpolation, which is a dash back and a quotation mark, and a bracket, and you just type the multiple. So it's kind of a way that you transfer a constant into a string value, okay, and you multiple times 2.5, which is equal to, we use another dash back and a bracket, and which is double because you actually use 3 times 2.5 is 7.5, so it's double this one and a multiple. Okay, is times 2.5. Okay, and then you can print the message out. Okay, so in this case, you will see it kind of transfer the constant value to a string to inside a string, which is 3 times 2.5, 7.5. And the tricky thing in this part is you have to print the constant in a string. And how could you convert the constant first into a string value? Okay, that's a way used in string interpolation. So next, you can also, for example, if you want to count the number of characters inside a string, how do we use that? We can use a count function. So for example, with var word is equal to cafe, okay, and we want to know how many characters in of the string cafe. So as we can directly see, it's 4. But how do we print out this? Let a equal to word count. So in this case, it will give us a constant, right? Because it's a number. So if we want to print a it's 4, okay? So it's constant. So it's just to tell you that, okay, there are 4 characters inside the string of cafe, which is CAFE. Okay, that's the counting character. Okay, finally, I will talk about the comparing string. You can compare 2 strings by using the logical operator as we previously said, equal sign or not equal. For example, if you let message 1 is equal to hello world, and let message 2 is equal to everyone, and if you can simply compare if first message 1 is equal to message 2, then we print equal, or else we print not equal. Okay. So as we can directly see, it's not equal, right? So as you can see from the output window, it's not equal. Okay, but you can also, by comparing two strings by checking, by using has prefix. So what's that? So it's has prefix. It's kind of a function. It's a prefix this, and you can also check by has a suffix this. By this. Okay. This. Okay. So I will show you the example. So for example, we let map direction, which is equal to a kind of array and which includes several strings. For example, go first, go next, and go finally. Okay, and okay, we have another which is turn right, turn left, and turn other. Okay. So if we can just use something to check if how many string has a go, okay, how many string has a turn, these actions, but we first have to define some value. For example, we have defined the go count, which is equal to 0, and turn, which is equal to 0. Okay. So in this case, if word in map direction, okay. Hold on, because we have to count how many go, so we use this for loop, right? So we use for, and if word, okay, pay attention to this, has prefix, okay, prefix for what? Like go, okay, we do go account equal, okay. Otherwise, if word, okay, has suffix, okay, about what? Like next, we do turn count. Okay. So we can print it out because go count is kind of a constant value. If you want to print it into a string, so you have to use a string interpretation. So for example, you have to use there is dash back quotation mark, not quotation mark, is a bracelet, go count. Hold on, not this. Go count in the map direction. Okay, you can just simply copy and paste. To find out turn count. Okay. So as you can see, because we can see there is a go, because we use prefix to find out how many string has the word go, and there are 3, right? So go first, go next, go finally, which we have 3 go words in the string, and we use a suffix, which is tell you, oh, okay, what's the content? Is any string content which including the turn or next words? So there are only 1 because only go next which contains the next. So when we use the suffix next, so it's just simply 1, right? Okay. For example, if we change the turn left to turn next, the value should be 2. Okay. So it's just a searching and then count how many the contents or prefix in the string. Okay, basically that's the string and character in today's introduction, and thank you very much.